If you look at all of this together and take that time, this is going to keep that flywheel rolling. It's going to keep your momentum going. Finally, togetherness. Take a deep breath. You made it. Everything has come together. The event was a beautiful success, or maybe not. Either way, take some time with your team to debrief and celebrate what you did together. As we've talked about throughout the process of planning this event, it really takes a community to make an event happen. If it was just you, it wouldn't be an event. It's not the same kind of retreat when you go someplace yourself versus when you invite other people along with you. So whether it's the speakers, the sponsors, the attendees, your team members who have made this happen, you've done it together. And now is the time to take a moment to celebrate. This is a step that I really struggle with, quite frankly, but it is vital to the event planning process and the event planning cycle. Because here's the thing, when you go and sit down with your team and celebrate the success of this project, and you talk about what went well, what didn't go so well, what you can do better next time. Oh, next time. That's going to start inspiring these ideas for next time. It's going to start your brainstorm going again. And this is what I really want you to understand here is that if this flow is kept, if you go through this particular flow in planning your event and you don't forget this togetherness step, looking at your event together and looking at all the pieces together, the good, the bad, and the ugly, this has been a theme, right? If you look at all of this together and take that time, this is going to keep that flywheel rolling. It's going to keep your momentum going and the new ideas coming, even if your event bombed. Even if your event did not go the way that you planned, if you take the time to look at it as a whole and to look at it with your team and to discuss and mourn and grieve a little bit maybe, you're going to find inspiration to keep you moving forward to the next event, even if it's a completely different kind of event or a different kind of thing that you do with your business moving forward. You're still going to gather the momentum from this period. It is a rest period. It is a period at the end of a sentence. It's a time for you to really restore yourself, refill yourself, and reflect on everything that you've accomplished and everything that you can accomplish in the future. So make sure that you do not skip this step. In fact, if you're still in the planning stages of your event and you're listening to this, which is very likely that you haven't actually finished your event while you're listening to this, then plan this time in. You've put your event on the schedule. What does the next day look like? Have you actually planned in rest for yourself and your team? Now, maybe you don't need to plan in rest for your speakers, your sponsors, everybody involved. You don't have to micromanage them. But the point still stands. Is there space? Is there breathing room? Do you have emails scheduled immediately to go out to your speakers and sponsors? Maybe take a moment to breathe and let there be a little bit of a gap before you send out those speaker gifts, before they receive them, before they hear from you again. Or maybe you do it the opposite way. Maybe you are reaching out to them actively and saying, okay, let's have an after party and let's party this out together and talk about what we loved and what didn't work so well. Figure out what will refill you and what will make you feel whole at the end of this event, and schedule that in. Whether it's the very next day, whether it's the following week, just make sure that it is on your calendar to do something to bring everything together, look at it as a whole, and take it with you moving forward and let it inspire you moving forward.